If I were MrBeast, I would fire him right now. If I were MrBeast, I would message Chris. I'd be like, listen, you've got to come out and say we didn't have anything to do with this shit. You've got to say something about this. And if you don't, I will. Like, we're not talking about 17 or 16 here. This is 14.
Context. MrBeast, longtime co-host, has been exposed for inappropriately texting a minor and an array of other vile and putrid shit. Now, a lot of people are asking why aren't big content creators calling this shit out, especially after the very recent Dr. Disrespect situation.
I follow mostly only influential creators here, but mostly silent about Chris' situation. Pretty deviant behavior across the board. Weirdo. Can't wait to read some of the cope justifications on why it wasn't addressed. By the way, next time I'm adding the whole squad, stop hiding behind the noise. He's completely right about this. He's absolutely right about the entire thing. These people were just saying bad stuff about Doc because they didn't like Doc, and now Chris is trans, and so they don't want to say bad stuff about Chris because it could be perceived as, you know, criticizing or saying bad things about trans people. I think that's exactly what's happening. Because you've got to keep in mind, a lot of these like popular virtue signaling influencers on the internet, these people don't actually care about whether somebody was getting abused or not. What matters is the narrative that it creates and the way that it could be perceived as them bullying or shitting on somebody who is trans. Those people don't actually care about any of this. They never did. They just pretended to for clout. Their only principles are getting attention, getting likes, and being perceived as a good person on the internet. So Chris, okay. So Chris finally put out an apology or statement about this. I would like to apologize for any of my past behaviors. If it's hurt or offended anyone, it wasn't my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best if I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. So he got fired, got it. Why can't they just say if it's true or not? If it's somebody who's like communicating inappropriately with a minor, the person who they need to be accountable to is the police. I think that it would have been better if they had said that, you know, MrBeast and like the team didn't know or had nothing to do with this. It makes MrBeast and everybody around them look really bad. If it's not their fault, then I don't think they should be, you know, put at fault. Do you think anyone knew? I think that there's probably a good chance that people knew that something happened, but not what happened. They probably knew, oh, Chris talked to this person. Like that's probably all they knew. I don't think that they knew what the contents of the messages were. I just think they knew probably, yes, Chris talked to them. Chris Hansen? No, the kind of the opposite in this case. So yeah.